And the entrepreneurial and business, social media, and everything else about this time of year, there's always a lot of noise about how, getting towards the end of a year, you shouldn't focus on making New Year's resolutions, and you should be working on your goals and improving yourself every single day, and you should da 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 da, and you should know better, and blah 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 blah, and resolutions never work, and blah 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 blah. And I strongly disagree with that, and here's why. First of all, before I get into that, isn't it weird that those same people that say you shouldn't have New Year's resolutions are the same people that right now are saying, you know, how different was your life 10 years ago? What are you going to change in the next decade? How do you see your life in 10 years' time? What were you doing 10 years ago? Isn't that weird that they're using this goalpost in your life or this point in your life as a point of reference? Isn't that the same thing as a New Year's resolution? Kind of. My point is this. There's absolutely nothing wrong. At the end of a year, you sit there and you actually take a breather after Christmas. You're not at work. You actually have a breather for a minute. And it's nice to just sit there and take into account how the year's gone and perhaps just assess things for a minute and see how things are going. And think about how you'd like to improve things and make them better. There's nothing wrong with that. You should be able to sit there and say, wow, this is a busy year. What went right? What went wrong? What can I do to improve? There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I think that's great, and you should do it. Why not? I totally get the point that people are making by saying that you should work on your stuff every day. Now, if you are the type of person that most of the time you're pretty lazy, however, New Year comes around, you're unhappy with how the year went, and you want to lose 50 pounds in the first month, and when it doesn't happen, you're going to get pissed. That's not what I'm talking about. And I get the point. Though it's a lot of bravado, a lot of showboating, like, oh, I'm so much better at this than you are. When, again, those same people are asking you how your decade went. They're asking you how your year went. What are you going to change next year? Doesn't that sound like it's really more about clickbait and marketing than really what it is about helping people? Sometimes I feel that way. The reality of the situation is, at this time of year, you actually get a breather when you're done with Christmas. You get a weekend between Christmas and New Year where you can assess things. You can actually sit and look at things and reflect and look at what's going on in your life and what is it that you don't have that you really need to get moving on. And it's kind of like a kickstart. There's nothing wrong with having a quick kickstart to your campaigns and your things that you're doing and pushing yourself back in the right direction, more of a correction. Secondly, you should not just make a resolution and then, whatever, February comes, March comes, you're done with that. It's over. You should be checking in every day. You should be on top of yourself every single day. You should be working at things every single day. So make the resolution, but make a resolution to check in. And you should do this as often as possible. You should do it daily. You could do it weekly as well. Then also on top of that, a monthly check. This is a reason that companies and businesses have weekly sales meetings, daily sales meetings, monthly meetings, quarterly meetings, and all those kind of things. It's because you need to make sure that you're on the right track. So you should keep checking in with yourself and make sure that your progress is good, and you need to correct if it's wrong, and you need to continue to do that. Those things are all exactly what needs to be done. So as you're going ahead and making your resolutions, I don't have a problem with that. You should be making resolutions. You should be trying to improve yourself. So go ahead and do that. But let's make a plan that after the first week of January, on that first Saturday or Sunday, you actually sit again in quiet for an hour, just like you did between Christmas and New Year. Sit there quietly with yourself for a minute. Check your goals. Check your plans. Adjust. Make sure you are on track. Do that every day, a little, for like 5-10 minutes a day. Do it every day. Do it weekly for about half an hour. Maybe sit and assess and try and figure out and talk to your spouse, talk to your friends, talk to everyone around you so that they can also help you achieve what you need to achieve. Then Do it every month. And every 3 months, have a big quarterly meeting for yourself and sit there and say, what have I achieved? How much content have I produced, if that's a goal of yours? Have I hit my goals? How can I improve? And talk to those people around you that are in your surroundings. They might be your friends, your family, your wife, your kids, or whatever. They're your team to begin with, even if you don't have one right away. And those are the people that can help you get where you need to be. And it's important that they support you in those actions. So keep doing that. So once again, check in daily with yourself. Check in weekly with yourself. Check in monthly with yourself and stay on target. But don't sit there and let these people put you down and say that you can't make resolutions because it's just going to fail. The failing part is also on you. You need to take care of that part, which I think is the message you're trying to say. But there's nothing wrong with having a resolution. And I can tell you right now, it's the end of a decade and some of the things haven't gone the way I'd like them to. So I'm going to be making some changes and I'm going to be moving forward and I'm going to be trying a lot harder. That's all. That's today.